So it's 4:52 a.m. and I'm wide awake as usual. And that's really hard to believe since I really didn't get any sleep night before last, or really the night before that. Really, I've probably had about 4 hours sleep in the last 3 days. I really, I really don't know how my body endures this, and actually doesn't seem to respond to it too badly. I always think, surely I'm going to just go to sleep at 7 or 8 p.m. when I'm up all night or whatever, but it usually doesn't happen. It's usually 4:52 in the morning and I'm still awake. I'm going to be doing some of these just kind of personal videos and putting them on my channel as well as the informational videos, just because it really serves as a good outlet for me if I'm frustrated or want to talk about my day or whatever. And today was kind of a big day because I've been dragging my feet for a while on getting my 1-year post-surgical follow-up MRI, and I actually had that done today. It's Sunday, and I was amazed when they offered a Sunday appointment, which was good because I needed my husband to take me, and then, with it being on Sunday, my husband works day shift during the week, so he didn't have to take any time off work, so that worked out great. But, I'll never understand why they make the MRI machine so uncomfortable. I mean, most people that are having MRIs are usually in pain, and they put you basically on a plywood board and, hope for the best, I guess, because really the techs that were there today did not want to be there on Sunday, and so they weren't really very accommodating. And I'm a lot better than I was as far as being able to lay on my back and such, because I really couldn't do it before surgery. Before surgery, they either had to let me lay on my stomach and do it that way, or really had to consider knocking me out because it was unbearable. But 3 hours on your back, and they did scrounge up one thin piece of foam for me to put under my sacrum, but every time I'm in tears by the end of it, and every time I'm praying for the last 20 minutes, saying, I can make it 5 more minutes, I can make it 5 more minutes. But today when I was in the tube, I really just was thinking, why do they make this so uncomfortable? I mean, how hard would it be to just put some nice foam on that base? It doesn't seem like it would be that bad. But anyways, I really don't want to see my images and such. I have been dragging my feet because when I had my 3-month MRI, I had already developed a new cyst at L4, and I'm not really having symptoms per se of a symptomatic cyst, but I guess I would just rather not know if they're there, and this way I'm going to know one way or the other. But yeah, I've yet to have actually a full spinal MRI, and I really go back and forth about that. As I saw my neurologist a couple months ago, because I wanted to get an updated MRI of my C-spine and my brain, because it's been a very long time since I had that, and truly since I had my Tarlov cyst disease surgery last September. Once the pain from my cyst was mostly alleviated, it gave room for me to have the realization that my neck is in absolutely pathetic shape, and it causes me constant pain. I mean, I basically had about 3 or 4 months of just absolute bliss as far as pain relief in my general overall body, per se, was coming completely off of pain medication. It was in my very near future to be off of it. And then, the neck started, and I had other things. I found out I had a tumor on my pituitary, and as a result, I didn't have any hormones in my body. And I developed severe adrenal insufficiency, and started having attacks and going into what I like to call sleep comas, which is funny to talk about when it's 5 a.m. and you're not going to sleep. So maybe I should just forego my steroids for a couple of days and then I'll get some sleep. That's for sure. No, I'm just kidding. I'd never do that. That would be very dangerous for me. But I should find out probably on Wednesday about my MRIs and whatnot. And I'll let you guys know what they say or show. It'll either be a happy time, or we'll just deal with it and move on. I mean, there's really not much else that you can do when you have these types of conditions. It doesn't do much good to really sit around and cry about it. You just gotta accept it and figure out what you're going to do and move on. But hopefully here in about, 30 minutes or an hour, maybe I'll go to sleep, because usually at about, if my husband gets up for work before I have gone to sleep, I usually just say, that's it. It's not going to happen. And I just stay up. So, we'll see. I've got about an hour and a half before he wakes up for work. So, hopefully I'll be asleep before he gets up, because I could really use a nice solid 8 or 9 hours, that's for sure. But anyways, I hope you guys have a blessed day. Thanks for tuning in.